Hello, everyone. This video is to help you understand the Atlantic Revolution's Journal Project. Before you watch this video, make sure you've read the instructions through yourself and know who your character is. Ms. Monjoy, Ms. Palauskas, Ms. Davis, and I won't answer questions for you that are explained in the instructions, like what dates do I need to write about? How long do my entries need to be? Who am I? How many sources do I need? What kind of sources do I need? Where do I find sources? Those are all explained here. We will help you with research questions, like what kind of keywords should I use? Is this a good source? Or how do I find a source about whatever? I'm having a hard time. Can you help me? We'll be happy to help you with those kinds of things. Feel free to go see the librarians during a free or at lunch or before school. They know the project and can help you. So the point of this project is to figure out how people would have experienced the revolutions of this time. What would normal people feel like? Think about if you went back in time, what would you want to ask them? How would you want to know what they felt like? So consider these major questions. Okay, so would they have been part of it? Would they know people who were affected? So would they have really liked these events? Like, have they taken power into their own hands? Or would they have been victims? What emotions would they feel? And then would they think these events were good or bad for the fate of their country? So here's your revolutions. You've got France, you've got Haiti, which was known as Saint-Domingue at the time. You've got one revolution in Latin America, and that is in what is today Venezuela, Bolivia, and Colombia. And then at the time was known as the Viceroyalty of New Granada, and after the revolution as Gran Colombia. So those will be helpful search terms for you. And here are your 3 dates for each revolution. If you want to do another event, check with me or Ms. Palauskas. So here's what you need to do. We'll have a research day in the library where you can start finding sources. If you don't find all your sources, then it's homework. Then you are going to read all your sources, obviously, and take notes on them. And then you're going to write 3 journal entries from the first person. So I experienced this. This happened to my neighbor. I'm worried about my mother. And then they need to be at least half a page typed, double spaced. And think about what you can show that you know about the revolution, about what society was like at the time for different people, and give lots of specific details that show that you have done your research. The more you can show that, the better grade you'll get. So here's the formats you can make. You can make a traditional journal, and if you want to draw your sources, you still need to find images to inspire you. An acceptable image as well can be something like a painting of a noble and say, this is who I am. All right. You can make a blog using a template or a online fake blog. Make sure, though, that your teacher can access it. Or you can make a vlog, and you'll need to write a script for that is half a page double spaced for each entry. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to need a book from the library. These will all be in the library, and you can go anytime to use them. And Ms. Monjoy will explain more in our lesson. Then you need 2 different sources from things available on the LibGuide. Make sure you bookmark the LibGuide. And then 3 images, and we learned how to do that kind of search in class several weeks ago. And these database searches, you learned that last year. So then you're going to cite your sources, and then in class, you're going to do annotations. So that means what's the source, how was it useful? And we'll do one of them in class, and then the rest you'll do for homework. If you need more help, there's a document that I made here, and there are Noodle Tools tutorials. Here's our schedule. All the due dates are on my viewpoint, and this is really important for you to know. You have to write your entries, whether it's a script or a draft of a blog, in the Google Doc provided. You can't do this on another document, and you definitely can't do it from a personal account and paste it. If anything appears as a big block of text, that's going to be really suspicious. So I need to see your process. I need to see your edits. I want to know how your thinking changes and how you revise your writing. If I can't see any edits, you're going to lose 10% of your grade. Remember, you need to write all of this yourself. And then you're going to turn in your journal in class. And just a note about generative AI, you can't use it to write your entries. You can't use it to find an image. You can ask it questions about the basics of your revolution. The accuracy is, questionable, but you can use it like you might use Wikipedia. It doesn't count for anything except getting you started. Here is the points breakdown for the rubric, and here are your characters. So you're going to be able to know, here's your revolution, and then here's who you are, and here's your name. So first you're going to find your name. So here is Lila, okay? She is going to be from the third estate in France, and she's going to be a bourgeoisie. So notice how the third estate in France is broken up into different kinds of people. So that's something you'll learn in your book. And she can think more about her identity. Is she a man or a woman? How old is she? What's her profession? And create a backstory for herself. And then you'll see, oh, Natalia is a petit blanc. So she'll want to figure out what that means and who she is. And you can see that Ben is a mestizo. If you really want to change your character, talk to your teacher about it. And all of the blocks are here, so including my classes and Miss Palaska's classes. Make sure you come to class ready to research. We'll see you in the library.